Texter writes in, my sister with a very confused question just asked, how do you even like these guys on the radio? They don't even talk about anything. To which I responded, that's the point. That guy gets the show.
Yes.
That guy's sister needs to be disowned, sent out of the family.
Yeah. You get the show.
You get the show.
You get the show.
Yeah, we talk about nothing for 3 hours as everyone else talks on television about, are you okay with LeBron's Instagram post? And you can get that anywhere that you want it on television. We've got an epic sound of the day to get to. Gotta be careful with my wording, man. Epic sound of the day.
Yeah, it's a tongue twister.
I mean, you should have seen how I pronounced jazz hands yesterday.
Should have heard.
You could have also seen it on television.
That's a good point.
But no, that's an important correction by you. Jazz hands. Imagine how I pronounced that yesterday.
Really wasn't important.
No,
it was unnecessary.
It was just a correction. That's okay. We do that all the time around here. Time now for Guillermo's epic sound of the day.
Time now for Guillermo's epic sound of the day. It is going to be epic.
Hey guys.
Hello, Guillermo. You're so much light behind you. You look like a free man.
I'm a new man.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys familiar with LeBron James?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, for those of you who aren't, he's a basketball player for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He used to play for the Cavs. Then he came down to Miami. It was great. Then he betrayed us and he went back to Cleveland. And at that time, Dan thought it was a good idea to spend $100,000 on billboards. And WEWS News led their newscast with that story, and here it is.
Now at 11, it's a sign of the times. This billboard poking fun at LeBron James went viral yesterday. Well, tonight, the Miami radio host behind the billboard, has been both silenced and suspended. Good evening. I'm Danita Harris. Chris is in Chicago tonight getting ready for tomorrow's vote to bring the 2016 Republican National Convention to Cleveland. We're going to check in with him in just a few moments. But first, message delivered. You're welcome, LeBron. We showed you the controversial billboard in Akron last night. Now the ESPN radio host who paid for it is now paying the price. News Channel 5's Michael Baldwin live in LeBron's hometown, where Dan Lebatard's silence definitely has people talking.
Yeah, Danita, we won't be hearing from ESPN host Dan Lebatard anytime soon. That's because he's been suspended for 2 days. He's been suspended for putting up signs like these throughout the city of Akron. And notice, Danita, I said these. That's because there's more than one. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but six. That's right, 6 of these You're Welcome LeBron Love Miami billboards spread across Akron. They cost about $100,000, and they were put up by ESPN TV and radio host Dan Lebatard, who lives in Miami. Well, the 4-letter network suspended him for 2 days because they say they had no idea what he was up to. They released a statement saying, in part, his recent stunt does not reflect ESPN standards and brand. We were not made aware of his plans in advance. Lebatard sent a text to a reporter in response to the suspension, which reads, I guess ESPN didn't find it at all quite as funny as I did. Nope. And neither did people from Akron, like the LeBron James grandmother's fan club.
I did not like the billboard, no. Don't mess with our child. Don't mess with our child.
A Miami Herald reporter spoke to Lebatard and says we may be out of bounds on the sign's message.
Dan did it all in jest. You know, to him it was all good-natured fun. You know, it was never meant as any sort of harsh criticism of LeBron.
No matter what the billboard's message is, people in Akron think ESPN did the right thing by having Lebatard sit on the bench a few days.
Well, I think he did it underhanded then. You know, if they didn't know about it, they did the right thing by suspending him.
You know, of those 6 billboards that we found one near Springfield Township and another one near Coventry. It was just over the Akron line. Now, again, Dan Lebatard's producer is supposed to be coming to the rally tomorrow. He says he has another few surprises for us. We'll have to see what those are.
Yeah.
All right, we're live in Akron. I'm Michael Baldwin, News Channel 5.
Oh, wonder what they could be. Okay, thank you very much, Michael.
That led the news.
That's right. Before the Republican National Convention, The producer that was going, ESPN nuked those plans of the producer going to Akron.
Once they say you're silenced or suspended, do they need to follow up with the second one?
The second.
You're suspended, so therefore you're silenced. They had you silenced and suspended.
I was
Do you need to
both.
follow-
I was both. Silenced and suspended.
Epic Sound of the Day is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Upgrade to shaving with a fresh blade whenever you want for a fraction of the price. Join DollarShaveClub.com today.
So we were going to send Mike to Akron. ESPN nuked all those plans. He was going to go as Ferris Bueller. He was going to go as Cusack.
Say Anything.
Yes, I'm sorry. My bad.
Cusack.
John Cusack from Say Anything. He was going to go in a trench coat with a boom box. What's the song? What's the famous song there?
In Your Eyes, right?
In Your Eyes. Yeah, you were going to play it, and you were going to have security. Oh, it was going to be that guy. Who was that guy? That
Charles
was gonna be,
Ramsey.
That's
Charles
right,
Ramsey.
Charles
Hero.
Ramsey, the hero who, yes.
He was going to be my backup. He was initially the only protection, which
Right.
honestly wasn't a great thing.
Right, and we were going to fly a plane with a banner over
the outdoor stadium.
That's right. That said, "You're welcome, LeBron."
A lot of people asking if that was Greg Cody being interviewed. Yes, it was Greg Cody.
I mean, that whole thing is like a spoof. That's amazing. I will have that forever. Like when this show gets nuked by ESPN because we've gone too far, I will always have that sound. Like I got to figure out a way to make that the soundtrack in my home. Like put it in surround sound. By the way, I didn't pay $100,000 for those billboards. Are you people crazy? Who the hell has that much money? Like, how much do you think ESPN is paying us? $100,000. It was 6,000 tax deductible dollars. That was a business expense. My suspension took more money out of me than those billboards. I was stunned to look at my check and find that out, by the way. I was like, where's my money? Jeez. What? They took my why'd they take my salary?
Wait, these are unpaid?
We didn't even get to the good stuff. I had to take it down after a day.
Is it worth it?
Oh yeah, it was worth it. What are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Was it worth it? We had to take the billboards down. The billboards were in Comic Sans. We had to take them down after a day. Oh, those conversations with that executive. That's how I got suspended. I'm like, I'm flying the plane, man. It's like, you're not flying the plane. Like, I'm flying the plane. Suspended. I'm not flying the plane. So many people from the Heat organization called me offering to fly that plane.
This is the Dan Lebatard Show on ESPN Radio.